Hi guys. Hi, welcome to my show Crypto Delhi. My name is Diksha and I'm the PR manager at Gate.io. So yet another week and lots of stuff about what's happening in the crypto world and how's everyone progressing? How are as I said, we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff that has happened this week. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm Diksha and I'm the PR manager at Gate.io. So this show, Crypto Daily, is mostly about what's happened across the crypto industry, and I really try to talk about how's the Indian market progressing. But that doesn't mean that it's just about the Indian market. I kind of cover things that have happened across the globe because a lot of these things really are really well connected to what emerging economies are doing. And it's kind of a connected industry. Crypto is so very well connected. It's a global industry. It's not very regional. So I try to cover things that are having impact on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, so let's get started, guys. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is how 2020 has been so incredible for cryptocurrencies. Apart from all the DeFi buzz that's happening right now, and before that, you know, the bull market that Bitcoin is kind of in, and and there are a lot of positive things, being predicted for Bitcoin. Other than that, I also wanted to talk about how cryptocurrencies were one of the top assets in 2020 despite gold being there. And it kind of a recent report in Bloomberg, it suggested that it's kind of beating gold to become one of the top assets in the year 2020 so far. And that's like really that's a great thing, for us, for all of us. And and I think you should read about this. And even the gold is at like a 5,000 year high. And close to the top of the list. The top five performing assets, have been cryptocurrencies, which are Ethereum, Bitcoin, and a couple more currencies. So which is really really encouraging. I mean, it's very 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 exciting for the industry. And I also believe that the year 2020 is going to play and going to be remembered in the years to come to be one of the crucial, to be known as playing one of the crucial roles in the mainstream crypto adoption that we're about to see. You know, so yeah, I mean, also Bitcoin price appreciated towards the 11K mark, and then it kind of went down. At this moment, the price about 10.4, and you almost have seen that Kraken, it's a San Francisco-based crypto exchange, has become the world's first digital currency exchange to be known or to become a bank in the United States, a regulated crypto exchange, which is also a bank now. We all know that it's received regulatory approval from the board there, the banking board there, and it means that it's now the regulated cryptocurrency bank in the United States. Again, a huge, you know, thing that's happened in the industry. And then you must have heard about Microstrategy buying bitcoins, right? A few weeks ago in August, sometime in August. So now they've added more bitcoins to that fund and acquired more. I think around 16,796 more bitcoins, which are worth around $175 million, adding to the previous purchase of 21,454 bitcoins. And now they own about 38,250 bitcoins, which is huge. And as you know, its first purchase was in August when it diverted around $250 million worth of cash holdings to assets like stock, silver, gold, and Bitcoin. And the second Bitcoin purchase um, has now happened. And the company's stock value has also risen more than 9.3%. So it's kind of it kind of made news when they added to 50 million worth of bitcoins. But then CEO of Microstrategy is definitely showing confidence in Bitcoin, kind of a little bit different from what he said earlier. Including his tweet from around 2013 where he declared that Bitcoins is not it's not going to see the day of the light in the years to come. So yeah, I mean, although it was in 2013 and things back then were not this exciting, definitely they were just beginning to excite people. So it's kind of fun, and things change really fast in crypto. So it's okay, to say something and then to evolve. But yeah, it's really nice that he has been showing this confidence in Bitcoin and says the volumes about the promise the currency brings, right? And yeah, he said that he's taken the advantage of COVID-19 lockdown to go down the Bitcoin, to understand Bitcoin more properly, and he's come out of it as a true believer. As he sees that dollars going to inflate, and the risk is only going to increase the dollars. So now MicroStrategy has adopted Bitcoin as the alternative to bank account, where you know they have contributed and they have accumulated a lot of Bitcoin as in their new fund, right? And also the central bank of Bahamas, they're planning to launch a national cryptocurrency, which is going to be called Sand Dollar. Across its, they're planning to launch it next month, which is huge, which is very fast. And transfers are made by these sand dollar transfers could be made by mobile phone and be subject to the same regulations as the Bahama dollar, with anti-money laundering and know your customer protections properly in place around the creation of accounts to use the virtual currency. Now, again, last week, as we know, Uniswap launched its long-awaited governance token, which is called UNI, and 1 billion tokens have been minted already, which will become available in the next 4 years with 15% airdrop to all users prior to September 1. So anyone, the approach they took is that anyone who's interacted with Uniswap before then, they received around 400 tokens, which immediately became more than $1,000 worth, and Uni's market cap almost instantly grew to almost 600 million last week. So the community obviously went crazy, and with pending transactions on Ethereum network jumping 30% after the token claim began. And of course, Gate.io was one of the first exchanges to list Uni, and we are very much part of this great things happening, week. Yeah, so the current measure of Bitcoin's decentralization. So Coinmetrics, they looked at the figures showing how decentralized Bitcoin is and found that it continues to rise across variables such as the network hash rate and the number of active addresses that are there, and which are currently nearly 1 million. So Bitcoin supply has also become very diverse and evenly dispersed as opposed to what it was in the past, with more than half of addresses controlling less than $100 worth of Bitcoin. So that's also something really, really encouraging for Bitcoin specifically. Well, all the sushi swap debacle, after all of that happened, their CEO has returned all the funds and which he originally cashed out of the developer fund. And it's a surprise move, but obviously it's been generated because of the noise that and the controversy it created during what happened, during whatever happened when it happened. And I think the community reactions that it achieved were the main reason that prompted him to return about 30,000 Ethereum to the project's treasury fund, and he thinks that the community should be a part of this entire process, right? So yeah, that's again very, very positive. That's coming in this week. Now, moving on to Bitcoin again. There's something very interesting that came in. Bitcoin Cash might undergo a second split after proposed changes made by the Bitcoin ABC development team, and those changes would see miners lose out on about 8% of rewards for mining new blocks on the blockchain, and the potential split has caused controversy, all across the Bitcoin Cash community. Well, a new forked node called BCH node instead follows the chain with the most proof of work and does not redirect 8% of the block reward to the ABC wallet. That of course means that the blocks mined by the BCH node client will be considered invalid, by the ABC miners. Of course, and there is something really interesting coming in from a research report in Canada, which says that financial literacy, is not really directly related to you owning Bitcoin. You may be financially illiterate, and like more number of financially illiterate people are owning Bitcoins in Canada. And if that is true, right, that kind of points out that why emerging economies are really have more people owning Bitcoins, because this is a movement, and it's really gonna transform the way people own money and the way they think about it. In fact, so it's kind of a testament that it's not something traditional. It's not something how things used to be. It's going to be more transparent, more decentralized, definitely. So it's something very it's kind of eye opening and really nice that a lot more people it's a huge sign of how we can achieve financial inclusivity in the emerging economies in the years to come, especially after the COVID-19 um, drop that the economies are witnessing all across the world. So I mean, the bottom line is that if you're not financially literate, and that doesn't mean that you cannot deal in cryptocurrencies and you can't own them, you can't transact them. It's really not related. So that's the research that was done in Canada, and that was the results. But I'm not really sure how will this turn out to be globally. But I believe that it's pretty much the scenario in the world, and we can, with the things that are happening, and kind of a testament to it. So these were some of the exciting news that I had, guys, and let's see what happens next week. And I'm gonna be back next week, same time. Well, thanks a lot for tuning in, and do let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, and